If you want to overcome your anxiety, well, stick around because I need that watch time.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
If you struggle with anxiety, believe me guys, you are not the only one. An overwhelming amount of people struggle with this, and I don't think there's much practical advice available for anyone struggling with this, particularly for men. So I'm going to share with you a few ways that I've personally conquered my anxiety. Long story short, I was struggling with a lot of anxiety. At the time I didn't really have much confidence in myself. I had a pretty low self-esteem, wasn't really doing anything with my life, wasn't being productive, wasn't on self-improvement, wasn't working out, you know, typical teenager. And then I remember I started working in this job, and for the first few weeks, the first few months, it was difficult. I just remember having this constant like veil of fucking stress around me, like constantly felt like something bad was going to happen, constantly felt under so much pressure for no reason. It was weird, but eventually, because I was working in a busy environment where there was a lot of men around, eventually I got to the point where I was thinking to myself, do these other guys perceive my body language? Do they see that I'm really struggling right now? I'm feeling really insecure, I'm feeling really stressed, and I started thinking, I don't want people seeing that I'm being weak, I'm behaving like a little bitch. And eventually I just kind of got used to it, and what I'd start to do is I'd start to give less and less energy to that. I don't know why, but for some weird reason I kept feeling like I was gonna fucking die or something on the spot, or like spontaneously combust or something. I had these really weird thoughts, like I kept feeling like my fucking head was just gonna explode or something. It was really weird, and that went on for a few weeks, it went on for a while, and eventually I sort of hit a point of realisation. I started thinking to myself, I've got through this before, why can't I get through it again? It was at that moment that I started to realise, hang on a minute, this isn't all that bad really. I'm getting myself worried over nothing. I've survived it once, I'm going to survive it again. And it's that survivor's mindset that helped me to keep going. And eventually the anxiety attacks had stopped, they'd become less and less frequent over time, and I'd learned to deal with it a lot more, and I think I became more confident as a result, because I stopped worrying about things that I didn't need to worry about. You know, I started to come out my shell a little bit more because I was working in a place where there's obviously a lot of men around. You start to be a bit more social, you develop your social skills, and it kind of forces you out of your shell a little bit, but that's good. Discomfort is a good thing, because stepping out the comfort zone is the first step to grow. So as time went on, it became easier and easier, and as I hit this realisation, I got to the point where I thought to myself, why am I letting this fear, this anxiety really get me down? Why am I letting it worry me? The fact that I'm reacting, the fact that I'm allowing this to get me down, it's just a hindrance to me. Why do I need that shit in my life? And what I'd start doing is I'd just close my eyes a little bit, I'd slow my breathing down a bit, and I'd just try and be calm. Instead of worrying about things that you have no control over, just be calm. And that's what I did. I started being more calm, and I started to embrace a more stoic mindset, not worrying about the things that don't really matter. And eventually I got over it. Now I'm not saying that I don't occasionally get a little bit anxious now and then, but it barely even bothers me, and I can quickly get over it now. So that's the first thing you need to do. The first thing you need to do is say to yourself, do I really want to allow these feelings, allow these emotions to really take over my life? Or do I want to be the boss? Do I want to be in control of my life? And then you just got to be calm. Once you embrace a more stoic mindset, you quickly realise that there's always going to be things in life that are out of your control, and you shouldn't focus on the things that you can't control, and instead change the things you can control. Be more social, develop your social skills, force yourself to talk to more people. You might not like these people, you might not feel comfortable doing it, but the fact that you are doing it is going to build your confidence. The more confident you are in yourself, the less anxious you're going to be, because you've got that level of abundance now. You know that you're going to be okay, because confidence, it just makes you a better man. It makes you a better survivor. And if you've got a survivor's mindset, you're always going to do better in life. And this is why I always encourage men to be more masculine, because a big part of masculinity is controlling your actions, controlling your emotions, controlling your impulses. If you allow how you feel to control your actions, it's going to make you incredibly unstable. You're going to make bad decisions. You're going to have poor judgment, because you're not relying on sound logic and reason. Instead, you're embracing feminine energy, because you're allowing your emotions to lead you, to lead your decision making. And finally, to truly eradicate your anxiety, start building value in your life. Start doing things that are going to make you feel better about yourself. And I'm not talking about bad habits, I'm not talking about quick, easy pleasure. Build something in your life. Put the hard work working, delay gratification, go to the gym, find new hobbies, be creative, do things like that, be productive, achieve things in life, and you will quickly realise that everything ain't so bad. And once you get that mental abundance that I was talking about, you quickly realise that you're going to be alright no matter what. And once you have that, you're going to be fine. This is one thing that really helped me as well. I remember watching some Bear Grylls program once, and he said you can survive 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. And when I heard that, I realised just how easy it is to survive. And the chances are that unless you're short on those things, you're going to be fine. So always remember that. Always remember that you're going to be fine, and you'll be unstoppable. And I spoke a little bit about being masculine. If you want to be more masculine, click the video on screen right now. I hope this video was valuable to you. If it was, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed that video. That's all I want to say about that. Oh!